So today, we're diving into one heck of a story, a high-stakes heist inside the virtual world of Infinitum. We're talking about a classic haunted house mystery, but with a massive twist. The prize isn't just bragging rights, it's a legendary crystal. And the person standing in the way? Oh, just the most powerful and ruthless player in the entire game.
And that's really the question, isn't it? The antagonist here, this player named Genghis Khan, already has 7 of the 10 legendary crystals. He's got a weapon that can literally one-shot other players. The second a new crystal pops up, he teleports in, kills whoever found it, and takes it. So how in the world is a small group of adventurers supposed to even compete with that?
Well, you can't outmuscle him, so you have to outthink him. They have a plan, a really brilliant, super risky plan put together by a former rival of all people. We're going to break down everything that happened in Session 8 of this campaign, and you'll see exactly how this guild pulled off one of the cleverest heists in the game's history. It's a journey that goes from a cursed mansion all the way to a heart-pounding split-second escape.
All right, so let's set the scene. Our story picks up with the party logging back into the game. They had a brutal time on the first floor of this haunted house, and they decided to log off for the night to get some rest. They're literally sleeping behind some bushes while their temporary ally, Chrismeister, stands watch.
And sure, they logged back in with full hit points, but they are not okay. They were all plagued by these horrible, vivid nightmares. You can tell the haunted house is already messing with their heads, leaving them completely on edge. So as they get ready to tackle the second floor, this isn't just a physical challenge anymore, it's a psychological one.
Right, so up to the second floor we go. After that nasty fight with the gargoyle statues, the stairs are finally clear. The party heads up and decides to start with the east wing, and this is where the house's mysteries really start to come into focus.
So their first obstacle is this long hallway, and it's lined with suits of armor. You just knew what was going to happen, right? The second they walk past, the armor springs to life and attacks. But honestly, compared to those stone gargoyles they fought before, this was a pretty simple fight for our crew. Kind of like a little warm-up for what was coming next.
Okay, so after that quick fight, they get to the only door at the end of the hall. Volha, who's the group's brave holy knight, offers the honor of opening it to Zato, the team's other, much more timid paladin. But Zato is having none of it, so Volha probably rolls his eyes and just steps up to do it himself.
The absolute second he touches the door, Valhalla gets hit with this curse. He has this overwhelming, uncontrollable urge to kiss the nearest person. And who's that? It's Antonella, the party's barbarian. She tries to fight him off, but after this really long, super awkward, and frankly gross kiss, the curse finally breaks. The two of them immediately agree to never, ever speak of this moment again.
So, with that ordeal over, they go into the bedroom. And there, lying on the bed, is a young woman trapped in an enchanted sleep. She looks exactly like the sad woman from that animated painting they saw on the first floor. They try everything to wake her up, shaking her, even slapping her, but nothing works. She's completely out. This is clearly one half of the house's curse.
Now let's jump over to the west wing. It's a totally different vibe. Instead of armor, there's just a single large potted plant in the hallway. As they get close, of course, it attacks them. But during the fight, its pot shatters, and the plant just stops fighting and starts crying. And in this amazing moment, Arya, the rogue, just pulls a basket out of her backpack and puts the plant's roots inside it, which cheers the plant right up. Problem solved, I guess.
So after dealing with the emotional plant, Valha decides he is not dealing with another kissing curse and just smashes the next door down. Inside, they find this undead young man who looks just like the other figure from the painting downstairs. He walks out, touches Arya's new plant in a basket, which instantly withers and dies, and then he turns on the party.
The party is pretty experienced fighting undead, so they make short work of the guy. He surrenders, and he spills everything. Turns out, he and his girlfriend were cursed by her father, the owner of the house, who is secretly an evil lich. And here it is, the key piece of information. To break the curse on the house and free the two lovers, they have to find and defeat him.
But, and this is a huge but, the young man warns them, fighting the Lich right now would be absolute suicide. Why? Because he's immortal. His soul is stored somewhere safe in a thing called a phylactery. Before they can even think about fighting him, they have to find that phylactery and destroy it. It's the only way to make him vulnerable. So, boom. The party now has a roadmap, a clear, 4-step plan. This completely changes the game. The haunted house isn't some confusing maze anymore. It's a clear-cut mission. Step 1, find the phylactery. Step 2,
destroy it. Step 3, go to the mausoleum. Step 4, defeat the Lich. Simple, right?
Now, for anyone who might not know, a phylactery is basically a Lich's get-out-of-jail-free card. It's an object where they've hidden their soul. As long as that thing exists, the Lich can't truly be killed. They'll just keep regenerating. So destroying it isn't just important, it is priority number 1.
So, following the ghost's instructions, they find a little shed in the backyard. After a quick detect magic spell, they find it. The all-powerful phylactery is just a simple, dusty jar. Valha smashes it, and then, just to be 100% sure, the team burns the entire shed to the ground. You gotta love the thoroughness. Overkill? Maybe. Effective? You bet.
All right, phylactery's done. It is go time. The team heads over to this mausoleum on the west side of the backyard, they cast all their buff spells, and they get ready for the final showdown with the master of the house.
They open the door, and bam! The Lich is on them in a flash. He uses an ability called Shadow Step, hitting every single party member almost instantly. But then, he pauses. He looks tired. The destruction of his phylactery had an immediate, visible effect. He's still incredibly powerful, but he is no longer immortal. The party sees their opening and they press the attack. And this is where being prepared is just so smart. Remember way back in Session 6 when they all bought flasks of holy water? Well, they start chucking him at the Lich, exploiting his undead weakness, and doing a ton of extra damage, which just makes him even angrier.
But even weakened, this Lich is no pushover. The fight is absolutely brutal, and at one point, Valha, the group's charismatic leader, actually goes down. He's out of the fight. The stakes are real, but the rest of the team digs in, determined to finish this.
And they do it. They pull it off. The party brings down the Lich for good. And the second he falls, the dark, gloomy skies instantly clear up, sunlight streams down, and the gross, acidic water in the backyard pond begins to evaporate, revealing something gleaming at the bottom. And this is the moment the entire plan has been building towards, because lying there in the now dry pond is the real prize, another one of the 10 legendary crystals. Now, Chris Meister's brilliant, high-risk plan snaps into action. It's heist time. And here's how it all went down, second by second. Chris Meister grabs the crystal. The moment he does, his name flashes on the server-wide news board for everyone to see. He immediately hands the crystal off to Barkin, the party's heavy hitter. Chris Meister then sprints west, acting as a decoy. The rest of the party sprints east toward their escape portal. Right on cue, Genghis Khan teleports in, sees the name the game told him found the crystal, and one-shots Chris Meister. But it's too late. The real prize is already gone.
As the guild jumps through their portal to safety, the very last thing they hear is the enraged scream of the most powerful player in the game who has just been completely and totally outsmarted. The plan worked. It actually worked. Which leaves us with just one question. What happens when a player that powerful doesn't just want a crystal anymore, but wants revenge?